Zeus and Dudettes. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. So, 3 most important things I learned for my first season as a pro. Now, I think for most players that have reached my level, these are kind of common sense, but looking back on my high school career and college career, I had no idea what I was getting myself into or what I was trying to achieve, per se. So, just want to talk about kind of the things I learned this past 6 months, and hopefully I can share some knowledge and help you guys out on your own journey. So, first thing is just that the fundamentals mean everything. I think when I first got into LA Force, I thought there was going to be amazing talent, these incredible athletes, but in reality, guys, playing Tier 3, playing Tier 2 in America, even MLS, it just comes down to mastering the basics, mastering the fundamentals. And the players I was competing against this past fall for a starting position, for a roster position, had the fundamentals in the basics completely mastered. And that's what really separates a pro from an amateur, is just mastering the 1-2 touch, mastering layoffs, mastering the basic passes, mastering the mental side of the game. It's not so much the talent or the athleticism, it's just the basics. So that's the first thing, is just that going from pro to amateur, it's just the basics are mastered. That's it. The next thing is just that the majority of guys right now that play college soccer, that play D1, D2, NEI, even some JUCO programs, could go pro right now. So don't overthink the process. When I was in high school, when I was in college, I assumed I had to be this world-class athlete with this amazing touch, incredible physicality, but at the end of the day, the gap between championship, NISA, USL1 players and college players is not that wide. But just because you're a pro caliber player does not equate to signing a contract right away. I failed constantly after college. When it comes to open events, open tryouts, even in Europe, I was constantly failing, but learning along the way. So just because you're rejected from a team, from a club, from an organization, does not mean you're not a pro caliber player. You're just not the right fit for that club. So most of you guys have to understand that, yes, you are a pro caliber player, but it's going to take a long time, maybe a few months, maybe a few years for you guys to sign a pro contract, because maybe you didn't want it bad enough. Maybe you didn't mark yourself or get your name out there or define your edge. The only reason, guys, why I signed a pro contract is because I want it more than anyone else. I was fully committed, fully dedicated to this grind. Now, it sounds cliche, it sounds corny, but at the end of the day, you have to want it more than the person standing beside you. And I defined my edge. I was fully committed when it comes to marking myself online. Like, yes, I'm not the most technical player. Yes, I'm not the most athletic, but I wanted it more than anyone else. And I defined my edge by sending out thousands of requests on LinkedIn, sending out hundreds and hundreds of emails and DMs throughout the span of a 6-month period. So I would say the biggest piece of advice I can give you guys is to go all in with your unique factor, with what separates you on the pitch, with your edge over your competition. Go all in with that and the rest. I was doing 20 different things. I talked about this in the last video. I was doing 20 different things for 4 or 5 years, and that resulted in no progress. Go all in with your dribbling. Go all in with your shooting. Go all in with being an athlete, if that's what separates you on the pitch. But go all in with your edge and capitalize off that. Keep on pushing that button until it stops yielding results. Alright, so the last thing is just the money aspect. How much I'm being paid, how much the average pro is being paid in America. And I was very, naive about this subject when I was a kid. I thought, the fame, the money, the girls, the parties would all be very easily obtained. And at the end of the day, it wasn't. But I think for most of you guys, assuming that the money's going to come very easily, that it's going to come, abundantly, is very far-fetched. It's far from the case, and it's not what most pros are going to experience throughout their professional career. So just want to give you guys kind of a rough estimate of how much pros make in America and how much you can expect to make as someone that's playing the USL Championship, USL1, or NISA. So from those 3 lower leagues, Tier 2 and in Tier 3, you're averaging, this is pre-COVID numbers, you're averaging between $1,500 to $3,000 per month. Now that's not bad. You can live off that, of course, and some clubs have free housing and everything, so you're making do with a decent living. But COVID has really affected the fans, and the fans equate to around, for certain clubs, $100,000 per game, and that affects the players' salaries. So I'm not really intellectually adept to answer this question, because I don't know all the facts out there, but from my experience talking with players and talking with coaches and a few scouts, these are the numbers as of 2021. On average, players are making between $1,000 and $1,800 per month during COVID. Now, those numbers are an absolute joke, of course, but the money you make from football is absolutely irrelevant. It's absolutely irrelevant. It does not matter how much you make from your salary. And why do I say this? Because the title, the name of being a professional athlete, being a professional footballer, is worth millions if leveraged the right way. So I love when people talk about how much money you make from USL 1, USL Championship, NISA. It does not matter. I would gladly break even, make nothing from soccer directly from my contract, because I know the power of the title of being a professional athlete. So I would say, guys, don't chase this rat race of increasing your salary. Chase something outside of it. You have more than enough time to build something outside of playing this game. You train for 4 hours. You have 11 hours to start building a company, a business, growing your name online. So don't complain about your salary. Start working for something worthwhile outside of the game if you are on a $2,000 per month contract. Stop finding excuses and start finding solutions, as the old saying goes. But I think we talked enough about money for a while. If you guys have any comments or questions about this subject, though, leave them down below. I'll try to answer as many as I can in the next few hours after this video goes live. But thanks for sharing this journey, guys, with me again, and hopefully we can create some more quality content coming up during preseason. So talk to you guys soon. Deuces.
The AC hasn't worked in ages. I could probably read the label. Way too busy fucking on the counter. All the coffee